Hello and welcome back to 1st and 2nd grade science with me, Miss Allen. Today marks our final episode together. I have loved learning about the world around us with you the past few weeks. Today we're going to do a little review over what we have already learned. We'll also do a final project together, and you'll need about 10 pieces of blank paper, writing utensils, and scissors. If you don't have those materials with you today, that is okay. You can find this episode on YouTube later and do the project then. On our very first time together, we learned about something called our cosmic address. Each week we took a small part of that address and learned a little bit more about it. Today we're going to hear the cosmic address story one more time and then make our own cosmic address book to go along with it. Just as I did in our first episode, I'm going to tell you our cosmic story one more time. So find a comfortable space in your seat, relax, and get ready to listen.
Imagine yourself in deep, dark space. The space is darker than the darkest night, and it goes on in all directions forever and ever. Imagine that you are moving through this space, and ahead you see light. As you get closer, you see that the light is coming from a cluster of millions of stars. The stars are clustered together in the shape of a spiral. This is the Milky Way Galaxy. There is one particular star in this galaxy, and if you move closer to it, you will see that it is our sun with planets in orbit around it. One of those planets is just the right distance away from the sun so that it does not get too hot or too cold to support life. That planet is our Earth. The Earth has water and large areas of land called continents. One of these continents is North America. Within North America is a country called the United States of America. One of the states within this country is called Missouri. Inside the state of Missouri is a city called Kansas City. Within the city of Kansas City is a street where your home or your school is located. Inside that building is you, a child. You are one of more than 7 billion people on this planet, an individual who is unique. Inside of you are atoms, which are the building blocks of all things on our planet and in our universe. They contain energy, the stuff that holds the universe together.
Now that we've heard our cosmic story one more time, we're going to make our own cosmic address booklet so that you can tell this story or read it on your own. So you can grab your paper, your colored pencils, markers, crayons, whatever writing materials you'd like to use, and your scissors.
Now we're going to make our cosmic address book. We're going to make a page for each level of our cosmic address. Just as our cosmic address starts very far away from us and then gradually gets closer, we are going to start with the biggest page of our book and then make each page a little smaller until we end with the smallest page. I made my book ahead of time because I do not have time to show you the whole process of me making the book. This will be quicker than giving you enough time to make it along with me, so you can watch now and then follow along on YouTube later and pause after each page to then make it yourself. The first book page that we're going to make is the page for our Milky Way Galaxy. So you can think about, what does the Milky Way Galaxy look like? We know that it's a cluster of millions of stars. So you can pause the video now and write Milky Way Galaxy and then draw your Milky Way Galaxy on your biggest page. Our next page, I'm going to cut a circle that's a tiny bit smaller than my big Milky Way Galaxy page. On this page, I'm going to set it on top of my Milky Way. See how it's a little smaller? And I'm going to write the solar system. As we go in from the Milky Way Galaxy, we have the solar system, a system of planets that orbit around the sun, the solar system. I'm going to cut out a page a little bit smaller than the solar system to make our planet, Earth. We learned a lot about Earth in the past few weeks. We learned about the different layers of Earth, how Earth is made up of living and non-living things, the atmosphere of Earth, and how to take care of our Earth. As you travel in closer, you'll find our continent. So I cut out a page that's smaller than my Earth page for our continent. North America, South America, Asia, Europe, Africa. Don't forget Australia. Don't forget Antarctica. We know Earth is made up of land, air, and water. That land is called continents, and we live on the continent North America. My next page is a little bit smaller because we've traveled into North America and found our country, the United States of America. Each country on our earth has a flag, and that flag represents the country, so I chose to represent the United States with the American flag. Next, I made a circle a tiny bit smaller for our state. Within the United States, we live in the state, Missouri. You could draw Missouri, or I chose to draw the state bird, which is the bluebird. I then cut out my next circle a little smaller. Within the state of Missouri, we live in a city, and that city is called Kansas City. We learned how to take care of the places that we live in and how to help the environment around us. We can take care of our city by doing those things too. Kansas City. We get a little closer and we find the street where we live or the street where we go to school. My street. Within that neighborhood or on that street is a building where you live in your home or a building where you go to school. I wrote my school and drew a picture of my school. And then finally, my last page is me and the energy inside of me. So we have traveled from the Milky Way Galaxy to our solar system, to Earth, North America, the United States of America, Missouri, Kansas City, my street or my neighborhood, my school or my home, and myself. So after you've made your pages, you can staple it or pin it at the top to make your cosmic address book. You can share this with someone else and have this to keep with you.
Thanks so much for joining me this week and all the weeks before. See you soon.